Are you sure you're all right?
Yeah, I'm sure I'm alright.
Definitely?
Yeah. Let's do this.
Sure? Are you ready? You game ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm game.
Okay. I'll let you take it away, sir. Really quickly, Jay, that was an absolutely unbelievable match. I heard from many people that you are one of the strong players coming in locally today to do it, and it was a powerhouse matchup. The deck was unbelievable, and that really went the distance. How are you feeling going into the rest of the rounds? Do you think it's going to continue that grindy style, or are you hoping for more of those game one just blowouts?
The good thing about creativity is obviously it can just win on the spot, which you kind of didn't see in either of the games. Game one, obviously the opponent conceded before the win-cons came out, but that's because they respect the deck. But ultimately game two, it becomes a lot harder, especially against Amulet Titan. But yeah, there's obviously going to be a strong field considering what everyone's playing for. But yeah, feeling confident going into all the other rounds.
Well, good luck in your next round, and thank you very much.
Cheers.
So I'm here with Stephen. We saw it flash up on the screen, and I was very excited to see. No disrespect to you all as a player, but the upset. You were against one of the strongest players in the field.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you took it down. How do you think the game kind of went? Was it?
Yeah, it was really tough, especially with a game loss in the first one because of a violation to my deck. So that didn't help.
Oh, I saw the deck check. I didn't know you dropped the game there. You didn't drop the match.
Accidentally,
right?
yeah, absolutely. But I lost the first because of that, because I didn't write a snow basic.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and then game two just kind of raced, and it was all good. And then game three just sorted his on-naff out, and that was kind of it, really. So yeah, it was all good in the end.
No, absolutely fantastic. Well, I mean, we are rooting for you.
Thank you.
We're hoping all the local players do incredibly well today. Not to put pressure on anyone, but yesterday we got 25% of the top 8 as Athena locals, 50% from East Anglia. So We're hoping to even top it more today. So
fingers crossed.
Good luck in your next one, man.
Thanks very much.
We have the interviewer back. So I will let the interviewer start this interview with. Unfortunately, it was a loss for Rory, but take it away, Mr. George Simon.
Hello, I'm here at Athena Games outside on this lovely sunny day to interview Rory Poole. Is it Poole?
It is Poole.
Poole.
Yes.
I love his t-shirt, favourite Simpsons episode it's referencing.
Thank you.
But Rory Poole unfortunately lost, but he's been doing very well today. You're on Jeskai Control, I believe, yeah?
Yeah. There's Blue White X. Yeah.
Blue White X.
That's lovely standard list.
Nice one. I saw some good plays. I loved seeing Ashiok. I haven't seen Ashiok in a long time, so it was lovely seeing Ashiok.
Oh, yeah.
How do you think the game went for you? Like, I know you lost, but like, how do you think it went? Do you think is there any kind of plays you think you wish you didn't do, or?
Yeah, I mean, just starting off like double fortsies straight away on game one was just like
filthy, yeah.
just brutal. I'd not actually played against Jun before, so I was totally forgot that was going to be a thing. Opening hand for that, I kept Wandering Emperor over a second Fire and Ice. Maybe that would have mattered if I had the second Fire, so I could just blow up the Grief, because I believe that just then went on and just smashed really hard.
I think Grief's a free. I don't think you can blow it up with Grief.
3-2 or 3-3? It might be 3-3.
Yeah, we might have to
At
look
which
this
point,
up.
yeah, good job I've been the Emperor. The Emperor.
Emperor's a very good card. I think if he made it to turn 4, Emperor could have potentially turned it round.
Yeah, I think so. It was, even just getting the exile on the elementals just like super important, to be fair. And then, just take over with the Samurai after that,
Yeah, Wandering Emperor, a very good card. Well, can we ask you, what's your favourite pizza topping?
Pizza topping? It's going to be not pepperoni, prosciutto, which I can never.
Very fancy.
I can never always say a rude word when I forget how to pronounce that. So yeah, we're going to go with prosciutto or a Serrano ham.
Not a pineapple. Not a pineapple.
Yeah, I remember actually liking that as a kid, but then I think the stigma came over too much, so I've never re-explored it to be like, oh my god, he's got a pineapple in there.
See, the real game changer is pepperoni and pineapple.
Ooh, I might
That's
make that go.
That's an upgrade on the ham, and then you got a little bit of spice in there. Okay,
It's very nice. It's very
Spice
good.
and the sweet. I like it. I like it.
Spicy
I'll
and the
give it a go.
sweetie. Yeah,
Well,
sweet spice.
hope you do well in the rest of the tournament.
Thank you, buddy.
You can do very well because you're 2-1 at the moment.
2-1.
Which is still like win your next two games, even lose your next game and win the one after that. You've still got a good chance at top 8. But I believe in you, Rory. A lovely Athena regular Rory is.
Yeah, I would like to comment there. It's absolutely fantastic to see the local players getting up there. So we wish you the best of luck. And, good luck
Thanks,
in your
guys. Appreciate it.
So, Gideon, thank you very much for joining me after your round 3 win. I feel I'm hoping I'm going to talk to you a lot more today because the story arc of today is that Gideon unfortunately could not play his own deck. However, he has heroically taken a Jund deck and he is piloting it like an absolute boss and has handily. I mean, round 3 was what 2-0, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 2-0 against Control.
That back-breaking grief.
The double grief just wins me the game like immediately.
Yeah, it was such a good game. How did your first 2 rounds go? Because obviously I haven't been lucky enough to see them.
Round 1 I was against Tron.
Oh, okay.
So I won game 1 and then I sideboarded in Tron 8. So then so I lost game 2, but then I won game 3 with the Tron 8.
I haven't seen deck lists. We don't have access to them, but I believe from memory, knowing the owner of this deck, there's some spicy
red
lands.
and 6
Kind of, yeah.
Usually beats Tron.
Yeah, that's a definite way to handily take care of it.
My round 2 was against 4-color Omnath Pile, and unlike game 2, he traversed the Overlords for an Emrakul to steal my next turn, and then I thought seized him and took it, and then he was just completely out of gas. And
I mean, that's the ultimate feels bad, where you search up the key card and then 4 Cs.
That game was pretty close. Like, we literally went to time and I won on time.
Nice.
So yeah,
absolutely fantastic. Well, you know, it's been amazing to watch the journey so far. I hope I'll be chatting to you again.
Thanks.
Hopefully we'll see you in the top 8. You've got a really good shot, so keep playing well. Remember, every round is round 1.
Yeah.
Kill it and keep bossing this Jund list, man.
Okay, thanks.
We are here with the interviewer, Jeffrey, and Rocco Vettese, who it is your birthday today.
Yeah.
So happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Rocco.
Unfortunately, though, it has been a 1-2 start for Rocco.
Yeah, Rocco's scrubbing out. He's a 1-2. How do you think it's gone, Rocco?
Yeah, it's gone well. To be fair, the matchups have been quite interesting. They haven't been like completely dull, as in the fact that I have still gone to play Magic and not just have non-games.
I think jump in the game, the round 1 was wild. Like,
yeah. Round 1 was wild. I couldn't really beat Ren plus Boseiju, which was
I was saying on the stream that's like a nasty combo because he's just hitting all your non-basics.
Yeah.
And like you ran out of basics, I noticed, which is a big yikes.
I did have a basic island in my board, which I probably should have brought in hindsight, but I don't know why I didn't. But I thought the matchup was like good if I got to slam a Titan, but he had that inevitability of just having a land drop and just bolting me every turn, so he was just going to win that. Absolutely dumped the Hammer Time player, which was quite funny, but it wasn't even a game of Magic. And then I played against one of the 10 full-color control players in the room and just got flanned. So.
Yeah, we on the stream had the matchup of 4-color control versus 4-color control, and I'll tell you now.
We don't actually know how it ended because we fell asleep, right?
Yeah, I've had more fun watching paint dry. It was just terrible. So, off Magic for a minute. Real question.
Cool.
So I'm here with Emilio, who has just completed his run to 4-0. I have to apologise because on stream, I'd completely forgotten that you were one of the many Athena locals I've been rooting for, and then as soon as I saw you lean forward, I was like, "Oh, it's Emilio!" Like, I get it now.
Like,
but
I did move back to Norwich last week, having not lived here in 7 years, so that's fair.
Yeah, but you know, I remember you from F&M. I'm not going to lie, I still remember those pretty Mutavaults in your binder that I definitely want to try and pry off your hands at some point. But how do you? I mean, that was very much a coin flip match of, you know, the first game was a mulligan to 3, I believe. So I guess you felt pretty good.
Yeah, my opponent got very unlucky off mulliganing. Like, with Serum Powders, you can mulligan a lot, so there was 7 mulls to try and find the combo, but I just kept the fastest hand I've seen all day. It got him on turn 3. That's as fast as Burn can possibly go, so
exactly.
that's what I wanted. And then Game 2, I boarded in the only cards that really do anything, so I'd had to get rid of 4 Searing Blades, so you just look for something. But 3 Deflecting Palms are really good, because obviously you Deflecting Palm the Chart Belcher, he takes 40 instead of you.
Did you board in Smash to Smithereens? Or?
No.
No.
So I left them, and I boarded out the 4 Searing Blades, I brought in 3 Deflecting Palm and 1 Grim Lava Mancer. Not that that's great, but
I
it
think
does
the
something.
Deflecting Palm, because when we thought you had lost, because I hadn't twigged about Deflecting Palm, and then you just kind of Deflecting Palm. It's like, oh, okay, that's what was boarded in.
So yeah, that was why I kept the 1-lander, because it wasn't a good 1-lander, but like it had the sideboard card that wins the match if you cast it. But my opponent revealed his deck, and he has Pact and Negation, so depending on how he stacks it, I tried to play around the Pact, because he was on 2.
Yeah, you played the Charm first, right, to try and get the Pact, then you did the Rift.
Yeah,
I
so
think you did it well.
he was on 2, and I have a Rift Bolt, so I can pay 3 to play it, or I could try and hold up the Palm, so I thought I'd suspend it, and I think I probably chose the worst of all options, but like, it was enough. It was fast enough.
No, I think it absolutely fantastic. Have your first rounds gone? Has it been? What have the matchups been so far?
So I played against some Esper control deck,
Okay.
which went very well. And it was it had an interesting combo win, but it was just a bit too slow. Then what did I even play? Last round I played against Creativity.
Oh, the Teamer Creativity deck, or is it a different Creativity deck?
I think it was Teamer Creativity.
Nice.
So that one was a bit tighter, but again it went okay. He cast 1 Creativity, I killed the thing, and then that was that.
Yeah.
I actually can't remember what I played against round 2 off the top of my head. But,
I mean, the best way to do it is always think round 1 every time. It's the first game, doesn't matter, forget all the others, and it's got you to...
Round 2 was my best match, was actually the best story for the match anyway. I played against Rob, who was on...
Okay.
He was on Tron with, Calm.
Okay.
And he played a turn... He was on play both games, and he played Chalice on 1, turn 2 both times. But I managed to squeak my way there in game 1 just by getting lucky and drawing a lot of 2-mana spells. Then game 2, he had the Chalice on 1, I had 5 dead cards in hand, and I got him to 6 or 2 or something just with 2-mana spells, and then was sat there for ages as he had a million things.
Yeah.
And Deflecting Palm is one call engine to kill him, because he had Witchbane Orbouts, and none of my cards even targeted his face, so I couldn't do anything. But
I remember now I spoke to Rob, because he was like, you're never going to believe how I just lost my last round. I didn't know who it was against, but he was like, I just got my fucking worm called Deflecting Palm, and it's like, oh no.
But yeah, I was like, so I can't play any of my 1-mana spells. He has a board of as a Saga tokens and a Wormcoil engine, so I can't hit him with any creatures. I can't target him with anything. He's got Witchbane Orbbout. I'm like, I need to wait for him to attack me and hope my Deflecting Palm works. And he did,
sure.
so I got there. So Deflecting Palm has now won me 2 of my 4 rounds. So
awesome. Well, congratulations so much. I would say good luck in your next round, but I believe you can just ID all your way to top 8 at this point, because there were only 2 4-0 players.
I'm hoping so, because yesterday I ended up 9th or 10th, whatever it was, so I didn't quite make it in.
I think you've pretty much done it, so huge congratulations and best of luck in the top 8. Hopefully we'll be doing some more interviews in the top 8 for when you take down some more decks.
Cool, cheers, thanks.
So, take care. I'm here with Alex from Commander's Templar. I just wanted to thank you personally for throwing the last round to the Templar player with the shirt. Thank you for the top 8 photo.
Absolutely deliberate, yeah.
Was it actually a rough game, or was it close?
He clapped me. He played it very, very well. Very patient with skull cracks and stuff. He just sequenced it at the right time with Omnath. I fetched like an absolute idiot that game 2, so I couldn't get Omnath in play until turn 6, and that was just way too slow. Nice.
It is how it is. Are you going to battle it out, or are you going to drop for the...
I'm sticking in. I think me and we're both 2-0 now, so we're going to... 2-2 even, so we're going to stay on. We think 4-2s can sneak in. With a number of draws in that room, someone might even get in at 3-2-1 if we're really lucky. But
well, best of luck, and hopefully it goes that way.
We'll try.
Hello, I'm at Athena Games today, joined by Jamie Popay, Game Day Champion winner. He's doing really well today on Burn, or maybe not Burn, It's Burn, it's okay, it's Boris Burn in the WPN at Athena Games Norwich. So how do you think it's going, Mr. Popay?
After an unfortunate first round against Blue-White Control, where they just chaliced and then I drew nothing, it wasn't good, but then I went three wins after that, so I'm pretty happy. Yeah.
Nice. You're currently in the standings, potentially top 8. What are you going to do if you top 8?
Probably get a Dominaria booster at the very least, booster box, because you can get the choice. I don't want Nuka Penna. Not that I dislike Nuka Penna, but otherwise, I'll just be happy to be there.
Is this the word from Popay? New Capenna shit, Dominaro good.
No, but
Yes.
You heard it here.
you put words in my mouth, you maniacs.
So, real question everyone out there is asking is, how do you feel about the Romans conquering Britain?
No comment.
Are you in support of it or against it?
Yes.
Aye. Well, you've heard it here. Roman supporter, Jamie Popay, game day champion.
That's me.
So I'm joined by Zach, who is I don't know, but I think you may have got into top.
I'm
8.
pretty sure because I'm 4-0-1 now. So
Either way, it's an incredibly good record, and I have to admit, on the stream, we even made fun of the deck in that we were like, oh, a 4-colour snooze fest, and my god, we lost it when we saw the end there.
Nice.
Because it was just, it's actually basically pod, like, it's happening. Obviously, that game went incredibly well. How's the rest of your tournament?
it's been okay. I got a draw early on against another 4-colour opponent. We got to game 3 at about 45 minutes into the round, and we were just like, should we just call it a draw there? It's not worth putting out at that point.
We had a 4-colour. It wasn't a mirrors 4-colour elementals against 4-colour control.
Okay.
And it went to game 1 completed, and then they were shuffling up for game 2. We were kind of like, surely there's more time.
Sure.
And it was just turns. Pretty much already.
It's the 4-colour mirrors are a nightmare to play.
Yeah.
I met one opponent today that said he was happy to play them, and I'm worried about his mental health. So
Yes, I don't disagree. On the stream we were just kind of talking about food. Like we looked up stuff about Sophia as just trivia for for WPN, and it's just Omnath, and now the Omnath's gone. Omnath, and now the Omnath.
It's a nightmare.
But no, honestly, I really like the look of the take on it. It seems super cool.
Well, it's a list from Andrea Mengucci. Everyone knows him. Legacy videos, the guy. He said it was the best 4-colour deck for the weekend. I believed him. He's a better Magic player than me. Of course, I'm going to listen to him.
I don't disagree with your strategy. I watch a lot of Mengucci, and if he plays a deck, and then like when he was playing a lot of Murktide, I just did the Murktide list
exactly.
because he knows better than I do.
So
right?
he's played a lot more than we have.
Exactly. Well, best of luck in potentially not in the next round because it might just be an idea, but best of luck. Hopefully, we think in the top 8.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm sure we'll chat to you again soon.
Cheers.
Oh, hello, we're still recording, yeah. Hello, I'm here at Athena Games Norwich for the WPN Qualifier. I'm here with Michael, part of Team Templar, who just won round 4. Round 5. 6.
It's been a long day, guys.
Round 6. Michael's done very well today. Michael's disappointed me though. He's not on zoo like he usually is.
Sorry.
So can't give him any props today.
How's your tournament gone so far? I mean, obviously with Burn, it gets to that point where sometimes you just need to pray from the top of the library to do the extra damage. But I guess the main question I have, rather than just how the day's gone, was we saw a stomping ground. Is there something hidden in that deck that we're going to see soon?
Yeah, so basically the metagame from what I can really recognise is that the 4-colour pile decks are everywhere, and then there's the blue-red Murktide deck. Those are like the 2 decks I really cared about. So I basically built my deck to beat those 2. I know that Burn is around, but I decided just to give up on trying to beat that and just try and go for the other 2 matchups because I've played like so many 4-colour games all day. So what I did was I cut the core Firewalkers from the sideboard, I added a Stomping Ground to the main deck, and then I added 2, I think it's called Veil of Summer in the board.
Okay.
So I've also changed it so I don't play 2 Helix and I play 4 Skullcrack. So the idea is that you have no life gain, no core Firewalkers. If you play against Burn, you cross your fingers, but if you play against 4-colour, you've got 4 Skullcrack main deck. And if you play against Murktide, you have all the sideboard cards, including Exquisite Firecraft, and you also have the 2 Veil of Summer. So it's just a big edge.
See, I thought in the chat, in the stream, I thought the green was for Ataka's command because you've got the can't gain life. So I thought maybe you're running like 6 copies of Skullcrack.
Yeah. I was considering playing them. I did not have any, so I didn't.
Understandable. That's the way. So you think this is your second big tournament at Athena. You've top 8'd. Last one you won, but this one you've top 8'd. So how you feel? Did you do well yesterday?
No, I'm doing well okay today, but yesterday was a train wreck.
So you're now like getting a bit of a career going along at Athena. You might become like F&M's final boss, as they say. We've got a question from viewers here. I'll try to think of one.
Okay, on that note, we will leave it there. Thank you very much for talking to us, Michael. It's a pleasure as always, and congratulations on top 8ing, and I'm hoping we'll catch you soon for another interview in the top 8.
Thanks.
One of our local players, happy birthday. He's over there. He's playing in the rebound. Happy birthday, Rocco. There he is. All right. Yeah, so unfortunately we have one person today who has gone positive. So 4 and 2 who will unfortunately not be making it into the top 8 today, and that is Mr. Jamie Popay. Apologies, Jamie. We have 15 packs of new Capella set for you though. And some promos. Obviously, those of you who haven't made it into the top 8 today, we have a lovely Lava Spike promo for you. And we'd also like to pass our thanks on to you for joining us this evening, or this afternoon. This afternoon for the event. It's been so great to see so many of you. Right, so without further ado, your top 8 for today. In 8th place, Mr. Stephen Sparrow. In 7th place, Patrick Seed. In 6th place, Dominic Sanders. In 5th place, I do apologise if I butcher the pronunciation. Is it Liam? I'm going to go with Liam. There you go. In 4th place, we've got Emilio. 3rd place, we've got Gideon. 2nd place, we've got Michael. And first, Mr. Zach Meekcoms. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Close enough. All right, it's close enough. So the winner for Swiss, Mr. Zach Meekcoms. All right, guys. So, if I can get the top 8 on this row here, we'll be continuing on with the quarterfinals in just a moment. Thank you very much, guys. All right, best of luck to those in the top 8.
I'm here with Dom. Do you prefer Dom or Dominic?
Either. Dom is easier to say. So.
Okay, so I'm here with Dom or Dominic, but Dom is easier to say. He has just emerged victorious in the quarterfinals with, I believe you were on Amulet Titan, right?
Yep.
I didn't get to see the match, but I believe it was a very convincing show from Amulet Titan on this occasion. Have you found kind of the days gone as a whole?
It's been interesting. I was expecting more Murktide. I haven't really seen any Murktide in the room. There's lots of 4-color, lots of burn, and quite a few Amulet players. I feel pretty good in all of those matchups. So yeah, I've just been lucky with my matchups, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, to be completely honest, I was astounded as well by the lack of Murktide, but also 4-color has just been...
Especially because 4-color is so expensive, but yeah, it seems people are happy to splash out. But
yeah. I mean, I think the burn players have gotten very... Not lucky, but they've done well out of the 4-color, frequency.
Yeah, because it's good against 4-color, right? I think. Is it? Oh no, I guess they have Omna. No, it's probably hard. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't thought about it. I've only thought about it from the Amulet
From
perspective.
most matches we've seen, the burn play usually gets it done before Omnath becomes relevant.
Yeah, sure.
So it's just kind of if you get
George
lucky.
was complaining it as well, so I'm sure it's hard for 4-color.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's hard.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So are you kind of are you going to be attending any other modern events soon? Will you make any tweaks? Is Amulet your main deck, or is this?
Yeah, I mean, so I've played this deck for a while now. When I was printing off my deck list for this event, I went back in like a group chat and found something that I'd sent myself to print off the deck list from the 17th of June. So I haven't changed the deck list at all since the 17th of June. I looked at it again, but I don't see a reason to change it really. I don't like some of the more recent changes that people have been making online, stuff like Hydrocrasis or Sakura Tribalda. I just stick to pretty much stock stuff, and I still like Force of Vigor. It's a good card. You need it for the mirror.
Yeah.
Sometimes you randomly play versus artifacts and stuff like that. But yeah, I haven't been convinced by Crassus, and I'd rather just leave the sideboard for cards that are going to completely win you the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Sort of
Because
thing.
I haven't been planning on playing any events. Amulet's one of my favourite decks, but I've just been playing Merfolk at F&M for
nice.
fun.
Yeah,
but
that's more fun.
I'm super hyped that 2 Amulet decks got top 8, but I also haven't changed my deck. I haven't tested it, but it's kind of...
I've never got like the Khan as well, stuff like that. I just stay completely on plan and like trying to make a Titan. I just think it's a pretty consistent, pretty good deck. There's obviously things it really struggles against, like Mill, but what can you do? It's pretty good against a lot of the top decks. So.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having a chat, and good luck in your next round. And
thank you very much.
Hopefully, I'll talk to you after the semi-final as well.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hello, once again I'm at Athena Games for the WPN in the semi-finals now with our winner of the semi-finals, Liam, who was on Goblin Charbelcher. How do you think it went? You know, how's your tournament gone? It's obviously gone well, but how, you know, just give us the rundown.
Yeah, it's a bit rougher than I would like because so many people are playing 4-color and I've only paired against one of them. This is the second time now in the top 8. But I made it to the top 8 somehow, so yeah, it's going well.
Any plans for like celebratory victories?
No, just
not yet. You can't.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not planning yet. Not to be
as we all
but
say, it's your next round is round 1, right? You know, it's round 1 every round.
Big question that came up on the stream. What do we call Goblin Charbelcher players? Like, do we call them Belchers, Belcherinos? What would you what's the group? You know, the collective group called?
I think I'll check the Discord just in case.
There's a Discord. There's a whole Discord.
So the new tech in this tournament, which I don't think anyone's played yet in the UK, is serum powder. It's the new hotness.
Yeah, we saw that, and I've seen the card before, but we're a bit like, what's this?
It didn't go well in that previous match against Bern, but
yeah,
that's how it is. Yeah, I don't know. Belcher players is all it's called, I think.
Just Belcher players. Okay, yeah. There's a secret society of Belcher players on Discord.
We're in cahoots with the Oops All Spells players because it's almost the same deck.
Very nice. Well, it's been a pleasure chatting, and hopefully we'll chat to you again after this next round. And good best of luck in the final.
Yeah, best of luck.
So thank you very much for chatting to me once again, Dominic. I suppose it's good to be harassed for interviews because it means you're doing well in the tournament, right?
Yep, exactly. Yeah, that's lucky me.
I mean, obviously, well, I should probably start that you have emerged victorious here. You have won the WPN qualifier and secured your ticket to Sofia, which is very exciting.
Yep.
I kind of that last match was just insane.
I did not expect to win versus Belcher at all, and game 1 just made me more sure of that because he just won on turn 3, and I thought of how aggressive I'd have to be mulliganing as well. So I think I more to 5 in game 3 or game 2, and I more to 6 as well. But I was really looking for hands that could win on turn 3, so I was being really fussy. I was lucky to get good hands. Like my hand in game 3 was incredible, and I was a bit lucky in game 2 as well that he used the force when I only had one amulet out and the second one was still in my hand. But I think that's a hard decision anyway. Like I'm not sure. I don't know Charbelcher well enough to know what exactly he should have done.
I think
there.
that's the thing. All the intricacies of it. I've played against the deck, but I've never played the deck. And I mean, the amount of time he took deciding how to stack his library very specifically. I think there are a lot of very small decision points that can.
Yeah. And I think I was talking to him afterwards as well. It seems that there's versions of the deck that are able to win with 0 mana after the miracle, but he wasn't playing that version, so he needed the land, and Boseiju ended up being insane. Like this was not remotely winnable without Boseiju. Like it was necessary in games 2 and 3 to slow him down just like a tiny bit. But even then, I still feel like the matchup's pretty horrible, and I was pretty lucky to win in the final. So,
I can't remember the full route for Belcher, but to navigate through the 4-color matchups against Ren with effectively strip mining you with Boseiju was like, you know, it's crazy. But I did see, I think in the game 3 you did have 2 Boseijus in hand, which allowed that kind of flexibility.
Yeah, and I was worried about him having a mountain as well, and I played around him having a mountain in game 2, but he wasn't playing it in the end. So yeah, it being strip mine is very, very powerful. You know, being able to just play 2 mana and remove his lands was huge. And it didn't even matter if he had a mountain or not in game 3 because it was after the recross, so we can't search anyway because he needs to keep his deck the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought I'd bricked on turn 2 after the Colossus because I had Grazer and my last 2 cards in hand because I was doing it with only 2 lands. So and the two cards I got were Grazer and Amulet, and I thought I was dead.
Oh no, I assumed you'd had maybe one land, and you have the 50-50, right? It's about 50% lands.
Yeah.
So one land off 2 draws, yeah, sure. But the fact that you didn't draw a single land is incredibly unlucky.
No,
really.
I drew lands, but the cards I ended up in hand afterwards.
Oh,
right?
okay, sorry. I'm with you.
So I'd made all these land drops, and I thought I was dead because I didn't draw Titan or Pact, or a way of giving the Colossus haste would have also worked, I think. But yeah, it turns out just Vettese was enough to stop him winning immediately.
Yeah.
And then as long as I untap, it's fine. But yeah, I thought I wasn't going to untap. I thought I was just going to lose because he'd obviously recrossed. But yeah, Vettese.
It was honestly a pleasure to watch. It was you kind of after the game 1, and then the game 2 of just kind of Belcher did the thing.
Yeah,
Titan did the thing.
It's like he wins on turn 3, then I win on turn 3, and then game 2 I have to.
I know.
Game 3 is
Yeah, but game 3 I know it's quick. It was a quick game, but the intricacies in that, in terms of it was really on the cusp of which way it was going to go. It's interesting because I think that matchup is actually. Certainly he can interact a lot with me post board because he has Force of Vigor. He was playing Magus. Yeah.
So there's a lot he can do to slow me down, and then I have Vettese as well, so I guess I'm slowing him down. There is some interaction, even though we're both degenerate combo decks. We at least have more of a game. The Amulet Mirror is a lot like that as well, because you're both Vettesing each other. You both might have Force of Vigor. I know some lists are not playing it anymore, but yeah. So even though we're kind of both doing our thing, you can have interesting games, I think. Yeah.
I think in the road to the final, so to speak, in the semi, you actually dropped game 1 in the Amulet Mirror, right, and had to go 2 and 3.
Yeah. So I was on the play, but I lost on the play. But his version was the kind of Sakura Tribe Elder and Crassus, and I'm just much more streamlined, I guess. Yeah, linear. It got Explores, and then also I have the Force of Vigors in the sideboard, and I think he wasn't playing Force of Vigor. But we had really weird games again, but just because of what Vettese does to the matchup, we're both Vettesing each other's bounce lands and getting all the way to turn 7, 8, without really doing anything because we're both sitting on these interactive spells. But yeah, it was strange games. So something really weird happened in game 2 where I had a turn 2 kill, except I couldn't kill him because he played a Radiant Fountain. Yep. So I can do exactly 20 damage, I can't do 22. So I didn't go for it, and I pacted, so I made it so I could pay for pact. But if he was on 20, I would have obviously gone for it, and he had Dismember in hand. So he'd brought in Dismember, which I didn't expect. He would have dismembered my guy, and I would have lost game 2, and I would have been out. Because he played this Radiant Fountain, I was like, I can't go for it, this is so annoying. But in reality,
it saved you.
It saved me. It's so crazy. It's such a... Yeah, I would never have thought of that. It's interesting... Crazy things happen in Magic like that sometimes. But I didn't think of that at all.
It's been a wild ride throughout, and thank you so much for talking to us. It's been absolutely fantastic to see not only Amulet win, but also Amulet in, I think, 3 or 4 completely different takes on how Amulet works. And I think there's some kind of sick satisfaction from myself as an Amulet fan, seeing the oldest school way win the day. So,
just make a Primeval Titan. It's fine. That's all you need to do.
Easy as that, right? Turn 3. Done.
Yeah.
No, congratulations, man. It's been a pleasure.
Cool. Cheers.
Necropode and Doomsday, taint the pack till for days, get rock, dag, more, Ulamaka cars. Ristic study, pay the 1, smothering tide, now we're done, feed the fish and pay the 4, what a fucking ball.